Hey guys, in this video, I take you to Grand Rapids, Michigan and Elkhart, Indiana with me to a couple of toast shows. I wanted to get more in depth on how I use my pedal board, what I'm doing with the HX Stomp and my pedals, and how I integrate everything into a show for the tribute band I'm in. And so I recently flew out to Grand Rapids and did a couple shows. I've tried to film one of the shows from the side stage, but everyone goes direct, so it mostly got drums, but I did do some sound check stuff. So we're going to focus on sound check, what you're hearing in the video, and what I'm doing on stage to get the sounds I'm getting. So this will be kind of like me running you guys through sound check. I'll be talking through some of the sound check and telling you what's going on stage and what I'm doing with the guitar and the pedal board and the other tools I use. So stay with me and welcome to another gig vlog. Flew into Chicago last night with the band, and I'm driving up to Grand Rapids, Michigan today. It's about a 3-hour drive. It's along the coast of Michigan. The cool thing about it is that I used to live out here in Michigan, and so I've invited some old friends to come to the show. I'm hoping they show up, that I haven't seen in probably 36 or so years. I have seen their kids because their kids have come out to Utah to go to school, and or at least their nieces and nephews and family members. So that'll be fun. So stay with me on this trip. This is just going to be, I don't know what's going to happen. We got a show in Grand Rapids, and then we got a show down in Indiana, in Elkhart. If it was close to Sweetwater, I was going to stop by, but it's not. So one of these days when I'm out here, we'll go towards Sweetwater while I'm on the road and check it out. But yeah, stay tuned, stick with me, and we will try to get some footage of maybe sound check, what I'm using for gear on the road out here. One of the things that the band does is we have a trailer out here that we store with all of our gear in it, so we don't have to fly with our guitars or drums or any of our sound equipment. We just have to fly out here, pick up the trailer with a truck, rent a truck, and then drive to whatever state out in the Midwest or out east that we need to drive to. And so it's worked out really good for us. We also have a trailer out west. So we have 2 trailers, one where we fly out here, pick it up, and drive to wherever we need, and then one out west where we can drive to like California, or we have a tour coming up through Boise all the way to Seattle that we're going to use the West Coast trailer for. Both those trailers have 2 sets of gear in them, so I have like 2 guitars in the trailer out here, plus my pedal board and all my other accessories, and then the trailer out west has almost the exact same setup, using Helix or HX Stomp in both my setups because we're a direct band, which has worked really well for travel, big time. As much as I would like to have maybe like a small amp in the trailer and put a mic on it, it's fine. I'm getting used to the whole direct thing, and it seems like that's the way of where things are kind of going anyway, as much as I would love Marshalls on stage. Anyway, stick with me, you guys. Let's go. Speaking of the trailer, that's it right there. That's the truck we rented. And we will be driving up to Grand Rapids today from somewhere here in Chicago. We're close to the airport because we shuttled here from the airport. All right, guys, I am in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and believe it or not, I spent 4 months of my life here as a Mormon missionary. I am in the dressing room at I don't even remember the name of the theater, but I came in here to get my in-ears. Let's go out and check out the venue real quick, shall we? I'll show you guys my board. It's the board that was been sitting out here in the trailer for, I think, a couple weeks. 3 weeks ago, I think we did a show out here. So back out here, I'll show you my setup, show you kind of the venue tonight, kind of a really big theater. Let's go check it out. Anyway, these are in-ear monitors by X-Vive. I've been using these for a long time. Really good. If you guys are into using in-ears, affordable, and sound great. I think we're sound checking the drums. Yep, we are sound checking the drums. What? SBS guitars, Telly. My backup is a Firefly. Noise gate Ego compressor. GS1X. Tumnus. Huge theater. Alright guys, so here we are at Soundcheck. Generally, we wait for our drummer to soundcheck all his drums, which takes a while, and then we all eventually get up on stage. This is me putting in my in-ears, and I'm wearing a jacket because this particular theater was freezing. And this is me picking up my SBS Steve Brown sound guitar. You can find these guitars on guitarfetish.com for about $350. They are great, affordable, all around great guitars with Alnico 5s, a good humbucker, split coil, just all the right appointments. It's got like a roasted maple neck, all that kind of stuff. So right now I am just tuning up my guitar using the tuner on the probably the HX Stomp. Yes, HX Stomp, and I'm gonna play some stuff. All right, so this particular song is about the only song I play slide on, and it's just slide throughout the whole song, kind of a little melody part or a little guitar part in between the verses and some part of the chorus. This is a song I think called Hooked on You, and here we go. I generally have my Tumnus on with a lot of reverb and maybe a little bit of delay, and I dial my volume back to get the right tones I need for the slide. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, depending on how I have everything set. In this song, I am using the coil split on the guitar to get more of a country sound, because this is kind of a Jimmy Griffin was a member of Bread, and he kind of did some more country sounding stuff for the 70s back then, and this is a song called She's the Only One. And if you hear, I use a little bit of a cleaner sound to get some country licks sounds in here, and I actually use my boost to boost some of these licks I have a boost on the Helix that actually, it's just the gain boost. I usually boost everything about 5 dB when I want to boost. This is the only song that during the lead I use an actual stomp box in the Helix, and I am using I believe it's the King of Tone modeled pedal in Helix for the solo. So when you hear the boost and the kind of more distorted tone kick in on this, that's what that is.
That's a hard one to start on. Yeah, tell me about it.
Right here you can see me tuning my guitar again because it's so cold in this theater that I was having a hard time keeping the guitar in tune. You may have even noticed in the song it was a little bit either sharp or, I can't remember, maybe a little sharp.
I will stick by.
All right, this next song is interesting because I have to transition from an acoustic sound to just a kind of a clean, almost edge of breakup electric sound. The solo and some of the lead parts, I do turn on the 5 decibel boost on the HX Stomp, which is a nice tool to have for boosting my leads. So check this one out, you guys. This is the acoustic sound you hear. The picky, kind of more fancier part is just the acoustic sound I came up with in my HX Stomp, and it's just a patch in there that's an acoustic guitar patch. Right here you can see me switching over to the clean patch. It's basically a Princeton that's found in the HX Stomp.
Not to go back again, living without her. It's too much to bear. Sooner or later, too much nothing to share. Too much love I've never seen. Too much love I don't know what it means. Not enough caring. Too many lies. Sooner or later, one too many goodbyes. Got no reason for hanging around all this.
All right, guys, so this next tune, I believe, is Guitar Man, and I'm using a wah-wah. My main sound is a Wampler Tumnus, and it's on the whole time, but for the main Guitar Man signature lead parts, I have my volume dialed back to almost 2 on my guitar to have more of a, just more 70s, not quite as distorted sound, and then I'll use my volume a lot to turn up during the leads, and then at the very end I am turning on a delay, a boost. I'm also turning on a Boss DSX1, and that's for the really high gainy kind of leady part that I do towards the end. You'll kind of hear that as the song goes on, but the main sound on this is my Tumnus, a little bit of reverb, of course, and then the boost, the delay, and I'll set my delay to kind of more of a longer delay for this song because it's not that fast of a song, it's more slow, and the solo lends itself to that. So that's what I'm doing on this song. Alright guys, and of course on this song I am also kind of using the wah-wah a lot to try to get the sound of the song, the way that the guy used the wah-wah in the song. Sometimes that's hard to recreate almost exactly, but you try to get as close as you can. And at the end though, I kind of go off and do whatever I want on the wah-wah. right, guys, this last song is kind of more of a, I think this song may have been recorded in the early 80s. I don't remember. It was for a movie. And I'm using a chorus. I've got some delay on, and I'm trying to get kind of that 80s sound. There's also a harmonizer during the solo for the main lead sound. And I'm kind of copying some of the keyboard parts from this original song because our keyboard player is doing another part at the same time. So I'm trying to cover a lot of ground. But this will be the last song of this gig vlog. Thanks for watching, you guys. This was just kind of like a sound check. I wanted to run you guys through what I was doing. You'll hear as when the guitar kicks in on this song that I'm hitting a boost along with a harmonizer, and that's kind of the tone I'm getting out of this. Alright guys, that's basically it for this gig vlog. I just wanted to kind of give you more of an in-depth of what I'm doing with my pedal board on some of these songs and how I kind of use the HX Stomp with this. So I'm basically using for a lot of my sounds, I'm using a Fender Princeton model in the HX Stomp. I'm using some Ownhammer IRs, which are mostly like Celestion type sounding speakers on it. And then I'm running pedals in front of this amp with effects on the back end, reverbs and delays and some choruses and things like that. And it's really, there's no rules, you guys. It's all open to interpretation. So whatever you like doing is up to you. I will leave you here at the end with some pictures and stuff of the shows we played here in Grand Rapids. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. How are you using HX Stomp if you're an HX Stomp user, or even just a modeling guy if you're using like Tonex or anything else. Let me know if you use it with pedals or if you just use it completely in the box, nothing on the outside external at all. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you at the next one. Adios.